There are 35 villager species in Animal Crossing New Horizon, ranging from the mice in the dumpsters to the elegant deer in the fields. I will be ranking them from the worst to the best, based on my personal opinion on their designs and the villagers that come from that species. There are almost 400 villagers in so little time, so let's waste no time and get straight into the list. Starting with the Rodent tier. These are species of villagers where the designs are mostly misses and don't have any real memorable villagers coming out of them. Number 35 is the Anteater. At last place, the Anteater, naturally not the prettiest of all animals in real life, they have mostly mediocre designs in Animal Crossing as well. None of these villagers really look amazing or have memorable characteristics, and sadly the shape of the Anteater isn't the cutest or the coolest. The best villager from the Anteaters has got to be Annabelle. Hippos are another species that don't naturally look great in Animal Crossing. There are shapes and figures that aren't the best, and again, not too many winners in the group. I chose Bubbles as a good step in the right direction for hippos. 33. The lions are exclusively men in Animal Crossing, stretching from jocks to crankies. These dudes just don't look that great to me. Lions are my favorite animal species in real life, but in Animal Crossing, standing vertically on their legs, they just don't look that great. And their manes don't look particularly good either. My favorite would be Rex, he's cute. 32. Mice in Animal Crossing have a bad reputation, and a lot of them are pretty dang gross, like Moose. While others, like my favorite Penelope, are super dang cute. There's a lot of mixed bag stuff here, ranging from terrible, mediocre, and decent, but none of them really get better than decent. Number 31 is chickens. Chickens in real life are small and cute, at least in my mind, but in Animal Crossing, they look like the talking chicken man from Family Guy. They don't look that great. They are tall, have weird proportions, and I think they could have been executed better if they looked more like the smaller and cute ducks and frogs rather than big mammoths. 30. The pig. In real life, I find that pigs are either loved or hated. I think people either think they're adorable or think they're just mud, guzzling, bacon fuel. And I am on the team. I think they're cute. I think they're cute animals. But sort of like the chickens, their dimensions and shape and design choices in Animal Crossing are pretty unappealing, from the shape of their body to their hair. I will say Peggy is pretty cute though, and has lots of potential. The whole pig species has lots of potential, but it's not quite there for me. The next tier of species, before we get into the rest of this list, I will be giving away 1,000,000 free bells to one lucky winner in the comment section. All you have to do is comment down below your favorite Animal Crossing species, then subscribe and ring the bell so you can be registered. Are the soiled species. I like these quite a lot, and with some better design choices, they could be amazing. They have some solid villagers, but no superstars or fantastic characters, but a lot of pretty good ones. Number 29. The bulls are bad dudes, bad boys to the brink, and I like them a lot. We're almost reaching the area of the list where it's hard for me to be critical because I just like them all so much. But I do think they executed the bulls the best they could, like Angus, who is a bull on fire. He's sweet. Number 28 is the gorillas. People love to hate on the gorillas, but I actually quite like them a lot, and I wish I could have put them even higher if they had more of them and a few better design choices. I actually think the gorillas are a good example of how bigger, more strong-looking animals can be put into Animal Crossing and still look cute and fit with their aesthetics of the game. I really like Rocket. 27. The sheep are the most wholesome species in the game. They just feel like warm, soft hugs. A bit firm, but not too firm. Good hugs. Good hugs. Perfect hugs. Like Wendy. Girl gives amazing hugs. 26. Rhinos are big and chunky, but they pull it off well. With designs like Renee and Meringue pulling off the best. I don't get why they're so obsessed with making food-related rhinos, though. I don't know where that came from. 25. Monkeys are kind of like mice. There's a lot of them that are kind of blah, and there's not too many that are amazing. They're pretty middle of the road. My first villager was Shari, so I have a bit of bias towards them. Tammy is really cool too. Number 24, the bird. Compared to their eagle and duck brothers and sisters, and let's not forget ostriches, the birds aren't too special in my eyes. I do like Lucha. Number 23, koalas. Koalas are definitely the middlest of the middle of the road for me. There's some that I like, some I dislike, none I love, and none that I hate. Lyman would be my favorite though. 22, The bears are all over the place, from mama bears to cute bears to strong bears to creepy uncle bears. I love Teddy. I think the bears just got overshadowed by their cute cub children though. 21 are the cows. The cows are a much better version of the bulls for me. I love Naomi. 20. The kangaroos are the best mamas in town, and who doesn't love their mom? Seriously though, for being one of the bigger style animals in the game that's left on the list, they aren't made too overly cutesy, but they still pull off that nice motherly warmth that perfectly fits them, my favorite being Astrid. The next tier on the list is ripe. They are very good species that I love many designs in, and a few that I'm not the biggest fan of. They're great, just not the best of the best. 19. The alligators are so crazy. I mean, some of them are traditional alligators, some are cutesy alligators made out of hearts, and then there's alligators like Drago who are dragons. I don't know where that came from, but I love it. Number 18, horse. The horses have an awkward design, and that's just something we have to get out of the way first. Being that they are a four-legged animal that are standing on two legs in Animal Crossing, you really notice how awkward the transformation is with the horses. Unlike any other animal, you really notice that the horses are kind of weird for standing on their legs. But they still pull it off. They pull off the awkward transition pretty well, like Julian. He still has a great design. Number 17 are the elephants. They're different than the lions and the hippos because they are these big animals, but they really pull off that cute Animal Crossing charm despite being big and brooding. Like Tia, who is an adorable teacup elephant. Who doesn't love those? 16. The rabbits aren't really what I expected them to be like in Animal Crossing. I expected them to be much more like the ducks and squirrels when I first saw them. Really small and cutesy. But they're kind of like mid-sized animals, more like the ostriches, more like, and like horses. Like, they're pretty big in Animal Crossing. They're mid-sized animals, and they have really massive features. With all that said, I gotta give my love to the girl, Tiffany. She's great. Number 15, we're more than halfway through the list now, and I'm starting to really love these. The tigers are much more stronger than their lion counterparts. The tigers are slim and very pretty. I love a lot of their designs, but I gotta say that the fur across their body is used very well by the designers, like with Bianca, who is a fantastically designed villager. Number 14, the hamster family is extraordinarily diverse. I mean, this crowd's got everything. There are villagers I can't stand, and there's villagers I absolutely adore. But even the hamsters, they have a weird appeal to them that the ones that I don't like, I still like for some reason. Like the ones that I can't stand, like Rodney and Hamlet, I still love for some reason. They're all over the place, but they're fantastic and they're memorable. And I love my girl Apple forever and always. They just have this weird, silly charm to them that I really like. 13, the last one of this tier, the goat. There aren't too many animals in the goat family, but they are what they are, and they're all great, like Sherb. Overall, I just really like the design of the goat. I like the dimensions. I like I think their design template's great. Next tier, and the second highest tier of this list, is the Harvest Ready tier. They are a fantastic species with tons of fan favorites, and my personal favorites too, with not many misses. They're just not the absolute best, but they're really strong. Number 12, the frogs. The frogs are undeniably cute. They have big eyes and give us great designs like puddles. Number 11, the ducks. They make me crack up with every quack they got hacked up. I love the ducks. I love Ketchup. I love Pom Pom. I love all of them. Number 10, penguins. They're the biggest memeable species on this list. We got Rolled, and we got all these other penguins that just look so silly when you look at them. We got Boomer. There's just so many fun penguin designs here. Number 9 is the cub. Now, there are so many amazing cubs, and they are the species in Animal Crossing growing on me the fastest. Their template of design is so cute and adorable, giving us villagers like Maple. Number 8, the dog. You know it's very shocking that an animal as beloved in real life as dogs aren't higher on this list, like cats and deer and squirrels that you'll see later on this list. There are definitely amazing dog designs out there, like Lucky and Goldie, but I think the 7 species above them just have a lot more strong designs. There's a few good dogs, but these, they just have tons of great designs. While strong, the dogs don't have a super big catalog of great characters. Number 7 is the squirrels. They're full of legends. Their tails are cute as a button, and they got Marshall, Peanut, Mint. There's so many great squirrels. Now next up, this is the final tier. This is the golden tier. The next 6 species are absolutely fantastic in Animal Crossing. There is not a single villager in them that I dislike. And the 6 species are huge and have a huge amount of dreamies that I love. They're hugely popular, they have huge amounts of ones that I love, and they're superstars for a good reason. Number 6 are the eagles. Now, I didn't really love the eagles at first, but they have grown on me so much. We're about to have a small bird invasion on this list, starting with the eagles. You know, I personally have had Apollo and Keaton on my island, and I've missed them ever since I got rid of them. Their use of feathers are fantastic, my personal favorite being Buzz. His colors are so striking. But I do think the ostriches are slightly better. Another one of my personal favorites. I would love to put them at number 1, but the ones ahead of them just have so many hits that the ostriches sadly can't measure up to. But that doesn't take away from their amazing qualities. I love how the designers took advantage of their feathers. Unlike any other design in Animal Crossing, they are just so strikingly stunning. All of the ostriches have exotic, saturated colors and absolutely gorgeous designs using their feathers on their tails just so greatly. Number 4 is the wolf. The wolves, you can't tell me a bad wolf. Every wolf is strong. Every wolf is at least a B+, A-, or higher. We got Sky and Wolfgang and Vivian and Kyle. I mean, every wolf is strong. You can't tell me otherwise. Number 3 is Octopus. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. The Octopus is my personal favorite on this list. But the reason why I couldn't put them at number 1 is that there are only 3 of them. And to say that the Octopus is the best ever is a little hard because the next 2 have 8, 10, 12 amazing designs, where there's only 3 octopuses. With that said, they're all fantastic, but it's like having 3 chocolate Oreos or 10 vanilla Oreos. Even though I like the chocolate ones a little bit more, I'm gonna have to go with the vanilla because I do really like them and there's way more. With that said, every single octopus could be a number 1 here. I have all 3 of them on my island and I'm obsessed. Zucker, Marina, Octavian, all fantastic. I do think Zucker would slightly edge it out as my favorite villager of all time. Number 2, the deer. Almost every single deer is a dreamy of mine. I have 5 deers living in my backyard right now in real life that I see every single day, and somehow the Animal Crossing designers made deer in Animal Crossing even cuter in the game. I don't know how they did it. Bam is my all-time most wanted villager, with Eric being number 2. I love the deer so much. But I think a lot of you could expect this. Number 1 is the cat. I recently put a poll on my channel asking you guys what your favorite Animal Crossing species is, and the cat won with overwhelmingly a majority. It was like 4,000 votes, and cats got over like 50% of the vote, and I anticipated it. I do think they deserve the number 1 title just because there's so many amazing cats. There's Bob, Raymond, which you love him or hate him, he is very unique. There's of course Tangy and Anka and Lolly. Kiki, there's so many amazing cats, and they're all 10 out of 10 designs, and they're all just overwhelmingly strong. And I think that the template of the cat is the strongest. I think that the cat design, its figure, its everything about it looks really, really good. The ears look so adorable. They really did cats really, really well in this game. What is your favorite Animal Crossing species? I really, really want to know and debate in the comment section below. I do think any of them in the top 6 here is a viable number 1 candidate. It was really hard to make this list because there are just so many amazing Animal Crossing villagers across every single species. I'll be making plenty more of these ranking videos in the future, so make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. And again, comment down below, subscribe and ring the bell to be registered to win another 1,000,000 bells. I'll be reaching out to last week's winner very soon.